A Lego master can create anything from Legos. Full-size cars, buildings, and even food. And today, I was challenged by one of the world's best to a cook-off. I know, it sounds weird. I was sent in the mail this Lego statue of my beloved hamster Pesto, containing a note that challenged me and included a location and time. I'm about to battle the Lego equivalent of a 3 Michelin-starred chef in a 3-course cook-off. Only, he'll be using Legos and I'll be using food. Before I go, we just launched this Osmo Everything Bagel Seasoning. Regular and spicy. Let's go kick a Lego master's ass. We are here now at the Legoland Discovery Center in Boston, where I have met my opponent, Alec.
Hi, I'm Alec Costa. I'm the Global Master Model Builder for Legoland Discovery Center. I came all the way to Boston to compete against Nick. I'm used to working with over 6 million bricks at my workshop, so we're gonna see how it goes. Building with Lego is a lot of work, so I brought in a little bit of extra firepower. I've got my sous chef, Sean.
Hi, Alec. Thanks for having me today, guys.
That's not fair.
You'll do fine.
Today's challenge will be 3 courses, entree, appetizer, and a dessert.
Wrong order.
Today's challenge will be 3 courses, an appetizer, an entree, and a dessert. The teams will have just 1 hour to complete all 3 courses.
Are you ready, my son?
Yes, I am. I think.
Good luck. Your time starts now.
The first course here is sushi, so I've got a full king salmon. My local fish dealer, Joe, always knows when I'm up to something. That's why he set this thing aside for me today. I would say in an hour to make 3 courses, it's pretty bold to have a full salmon.
It's a big fish.
But I have to win this competition.
We're doing more of an omakase. We've got a few things laid out. We don't have a fishmonger, but we have a lot of brick. We're trying to bust out some little nigiris. I didn't realize that we were doing salmon, so this is tuna.
Steer clear, big tuna.
To start filleting my salmon, I'm just gonna come right around the head. And given I'm making sushi here, I wanna take only the best parts of the salmon. I'm probably gonna use the belly.
We are gonna need some presentation, so I'm thinking maybe a cutting board. Can you start working on that?
Seems a little unfair that you guys have a sous chef.
You have the judges on your side, which is an unfair advantage.
You should see how the last cooking challenge turned out.
The winner of today's cook-off goes to Koosh and the Golden Balance.
No hard feelings, just like, it wasn't my favorite dish.
No, it's fine, it's fine. Pack your shit and get out. You're fired.
serious?
Yeah.
We're using a lot of weird techniques. This is literally called a snot brick. Studs not on top. That's how we're gonna get a lot of the detail on our fish here. You ever cook with snot?
No.
That's pretty disgusting. I don't know why you would. All right, here's what we have so far. We've got a couple of tamago and some tuna nigiri. Now I'm trying to get a shrimp nigiri going, and we're using some clip and hinge pieces to get that lovely little curvature, and using the white sections for the clip to make it look more realistic.
My goal is gonna be to get the nicest pieces of salmon I possibly can to lay over some beautiful sushi rice that I have waiting next to me.
Ooh,
Look at
little
that.
sample.
Not bad, right?
How's that? Just throw that in your mouth.
Open wide.
Oh, what are you doing, Sean? What are you doing?
I'm joking, there's too much going on.
It's high pressure right now.
So our cutting board is coming together really nicely. We've built 2 sides that are symmetrical, and when we put these all together, you create a really pretty looking cutting board.
It's beautiful.
I have my moments. Watch yourself.
Can I borrow that?
You want this? Yeah.
Thank you so much. I'm continuing to just slice my salmon into beautiful pieces, and all along the way, I'm looking for the best marbling I can find.
We need to start plating the
plating,
sushi,
right?
yeah. All right, we've got our first roll, we just need to cut it.
All right, I'm on it. There we go.
Oh, impressive cutting skills.
I'm so good I can cut twice at once.
Nick, they offered me Legos. Anything you can offer me? I'll take it.
We're putting the finishing touches on our sushi board, and we can move on to the main course. Sean, I did not bring vertical clips. Do you have them in red?
Vertical clips in red. I'm gonna be right back, Alec. So while Nick might go to a fishmonger or a supermarket, here's where we keep all of our goodies. All of our pieces in here are organized by both piece type and color, so I know exactly where to find them. Looks like someone tossed an umbrella in here. Don't know how that happened.
To assemble my nigiri, I'm gonna wet my hands, grab some nice sushi rice, and lightly begin pressing all of that together. Especially since Manny's the judge for this challenge and I lost the last one, I have to make sure my sushi looks nice, because I know Manny loves his sushi. At this point, I'll slice down my nori, make those thin little pieces that you hold your nigiri together with. Then I'll take my sushi rice, lay over my fish, and then wrap. And just like that, my sushi is finished. On to the next course.
Nick, we already started on the entree.
For my entree, I'm making a Wagyu steak. No shocker there. But given this is a Wagyu tenderloin straight from Japan, I can't mess it up. My question is their steak gonna be medium rare?
We're a little more limited with the color. We're going for a medium rare on our steak as well.
We'll see if it turns out that way. I need to hurry up. Time is running out fast.
We're using a couple more of these snot bricks because we're gonna put a little surprise in our steak. Nick is making a Wagyu. I think we should make a T-bone.
A what?
So we need-
What do you call it?
A T-bone?
No, what do you say Nick's making?
A Wagyu?
You put the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable.
Nick is making a Wagyu. I think we should make a T-bone and make it really big.
Let's get that nice T-shaped bone going then.
To start off by seasoning my steak, I'll go with just a simple sprinkle of salt. I don't normally do this with Wagyu, but today I want to have some extra seasonings with our steak. Now that my steak is properly seasoned, it's time to drop in my steak.
We've got this lovely T shape and a section of steak. We're gonna pop it right on there, and now we just have to add some sear and the rest of the steak.
This is so realistic, they are literally searing their steak over here. The real question is, can I get the perfect crust on both sides? Judging by the sear of our steak versus theirs, I think we might have the better steak today.
I don't know, it doesn't look too bad. Just a dab of butter. I think we're good for dessert. Creme brulee.
They're already moving on to dessert, and I'm still going on my steak, but I am not worried. And I'm starting with just a little bit of butter, then I'll go straight in with some garlic and just a few herbs. Like I said, I don't normally use this many aromatics with Wagyu, but I wanted to get creative. To plate my steak, I'll go in here with a little bit of mashed potato, and then on we go with my filet. Can't forget my chive. Manny's a sucker for a good garnish. Let's hope Manny likes this. The final course is creme brulee, and I'm gonna start by just breaking a bunch of my egg yolks into this bowl. Creme brulee is one of my favorite desserts, and it's also very simple.
So the key to making a good creme brulee is having that top layer that will actually break. So making that out of Lego is a bit of a challenge because we have to build something actually that's pretty fragile, which is not normally how we do it.
I've accidentally made a mistake here and put a piece down where I can't get it off. Well, Nick has all sorts of cool utensils. We have a very special tool. This is a brick separator, and by putting it on top of brick, I can push it down like a lever and pry things off. So any mistakes I make, I can fix just like that.
Because we are at Legoland, I don't exactly have that many cooking tools, so I have to be a little bit resourceful. Instead of a whisk today, I just have a giant spoon. But luckily, creme brulee only has a few ingredients.
So what I've done is I've made a little trough here because I'm building this upside down. I layered some smooth, clear pieces on the inside and then put the colored bricks that will give it kind of a charred look. And when we turn it over and flip it out, we've got the top of our creme brulee. A little hack that we use sometimes is just using loose bricks. And they do it in sets. This is totally allowed. So we're just gonna fill this with a nice custard colored piece to give it that lovely color. Topper on there, maybe some garnishes.
A little bit of garnish wouldn't hurt.
We are actually using hair pieces to be blueberries. I'm gonna put this onto a Lego person's head. Doesn't that look like a little blueberry? Got some Medusa heads too for raspberries.
I am on the finishing stages of my creme brulee. I simply have to cover it with that top layer of sugar, and like Alex said, get that perfect crack with a spoon when it's ready. The most exciting part of creme brulee, the brulee. I think it's time for the judging.
Today we had 3 different courses. We started things out with an amazing sushi appetizer, which I must say, both look fantastic. Then we moved on to an entree where both teams made steak. I'm dying to see if they're gonna be medium rare. Finally, we finished with the creme brulee, which of course should have that nice crack on top. Time to judge. We gotta keep things visual today, in fairness, because I can't eat anything. So let's start off with the real sushi right here. This looks great, but I think Nick could have put a little bit more effort into this. Now moving on to the Lego sushi, I really like what they did. They put a lot of variety in here. The attention to detail is great. So for the appetizer, the winner is the Lego sushi. Next we have our entree. And most importantly, they need to be medium rare. I'm gonna start off by cutting the Nick steak. Let's see how he cooked it. Here's the moment of truth. How did Nick do? It's good medium rare. If I'm being honest, rarely do I ever see Nick mess up a steak, so I'm not surprised. Time to cut the Lego steak. Uh-oh. A little on the pink side for me.
What do you want to milk that thing? It's so raw.
I think they could have cooked it a little bit more.
Hey!
I mean, I gotta choose the steak. Now into dessert. Let's start with Nick's creme brulee. I don't have a spoon from Nick, so I'm gonna use a Lego spoon. Here we go. Oh my gosh, look at that. Cracked perfectly. Now let's move on to the Lego creme brulee. Here we go, I hope it cracks. Oh my gosh, this kinda looks good.
Don't eat Lego bricks.
It was a tough competition today, and after careful consideration, I think I have to go with Team Lego.
Yes! I'm gonna eat this creme brulee.
Look, boss, I hope you're not mad at me. Like, you told me to judge
No, I
honestly.
know, I know.
Are we okay? Like,
Yeah, we're good, yeah.
all right.
Pack your Legos and get the
Serious?
You're fine, yeah.